This is the EMTB that everyone is talking about. The Velduro Rogue. And for the first time ever, this is not a computer-generated render. This is not a 3D printed model. This is the real thing. Velduro are a New Zealand-based bike brand aiming to shake up the bike industry with a range of DJI-powered bikes. They've already released the DJI-powered Phantom gravel bike, and soon they will release this, the Velduro Rogue, an EMTB aimed at all mountain and enduro riders with a full carbon fiber frame, mid-pivot suspension design, and that powerful DJI Avinox motor system. Now, regular viewers of my channel will have seen that I covered the Velduro Rogue at the China Cycle Bike Show. However, that was a 3D printed model, a proof of concept, something that couldn't be ridden. This, however, is a fully functional pre-production carbon fiber frame, ready to hit the trails and be tested. Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying the latest video on the Velduro Rogue. As you can see, I'm still editing it here. If you are enjoying this video, please remember to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because that will really help me out. Now let's get back into this. Now I've already been through a lot of the details of the Velduro Rogue in a previous video, but let's have a quick recap. The Velduro Rogue has a full carbon fiber frame with a mid-pivot suspension design, designed by the team out in Australia at iTrack. Now if iTrack rings a bell, it's because that's the same team who developed the latest Norco and Trek mid-pivot idler suspension designs. The carbon fiber frame itself, it has an integrated Avinox motor and battery system. That Avinox motor producing up to 120 Newton meters of torque and a peak output of 1000 watt hours. And with an 800 watt hour internal battery, you should be able to ride pretty much all day. This thing is going to be an absolute beast. Now, being an enduro or all mountain bike, you'd expect it to have the geometry to match, and it does. It has a 63.5 degree head tube angle and a 78 degree seat tube angle. There are 4 sizes available from small all the way up to extra large, with reach figures from 440 all the way up to 550 millimeters. And the cherry on the top, you can run this bike either as a Mullet or a 29-inch wheel bike, thanks to a flip chip design. So those are the details that we already knew, but since then we've learned a little bit more. We've learned that the bike will offer up to 172 millimeters of travel, which is slightly more than we were expecting. We've also learned there's going to be 4 full bikes available. So there'll be 2 versions of the bike with a 160mm travel fork, a mid-level and a high-end build. And there'll be 2 versions with a 170mm travel fork, again, mid and high. On top of that, depending on where you are in the world, there'll also be a frame set version available too. Now, we're not sure where those frame sets will be available, obviously due to different legislations. But for example, in New Zealand, you'll be able to buy the Velduro Rogue frame with a pre-installed battery and motor and display from DJI. Now, rough pricing of that is around £4,000 or whatever that converts to in your local currency. Now, looking at this exclusive footage which I've received from China, we can see that these bikes have been finished in the same matte black carbon finish as the Phantom gravel bike, with those really classy looking gold decals, and I think it looks really, really good. I've been told that the build on these bikes isn't representative of what we would expect for bikes that are going to be available, but you can see that it's been decked out in the kind of bits that you would build your own bike out, meaning that they'll be able to test it on the trail. Now, going into a deeper look, we can see that there is loads of rubber protection along the chainstays on this, meaning that this is going to be super quiet on the trails. And as we all know, a quiet bike equals a fast bike. We can also see that in the front triangle, there is room for a Fidlock bottle mount, and just underneath the top tube, we can just make out mounts for a tool as well, or an accessory. Also in this video, we get the first look of the charger port cover of the Velduro Rogue, and as you can see, and we already knew, it's a UDH compatible design, meaning you can run SRAM's latest transmission system. Now this is just a sneak look of the Velduro Rogue, and I hope it's got you as pumped as I am about this bike. Now in a week's time, we'll be heading over to Eurobike and we'll be able to see this bike in the flesh, probably this actual bike maybe. So if you want to see more of the Velduro Rogue and other bikes that I feature in this channel, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and please remember to subscribe and keep an eye out for my Eurobike coverage. Cheers guys, see you all soon. Bye bye.